Okay, so let's check in with the marketplace for the second trading day. Of course, some of the forecasts we have on our radar shows that the Monetary Policy Committee will leave interest rates unchanged today at 14%. That's 2 years and counting. The Godwin Emefiele, the central bank chief, says last Thursday the tight monetary policy regime will continue at least in the near term. So, what do we expect from the marketplace? Let's check in first with the FMDQ exchange place, where Errol Phillips is joining us. He's a FX trader at FBN Quest Merchant Bank. Good morning. It's good to have you on the program with us this morning, Ajibole. Ajibole, thank you.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, thank you. It's good to have you on the program. Is the decision there, is the market, whether FX or FI or fixed income, are in any way looking to the MPC for any likely direction or body language?
Not really. Like you mentioned, we don't expect any change in the market in any of the policies. So market is a bit quiet. There's not a lot happening. We still all the same is going to happen this week. The bond market and the treasury bills market particularly have been really quiet, with no movement or no change in yields. There's a bond auction that is scheduled to hold this week. 100 billion is on offer. We might see a slight movement on the 10-year bond, and that's just because the DMO recently came back with a revised calendar that showed about a lesser amount on offer. So we might see a bit of demand on that, and because the amount on offer is not really sizable enough, so we might see a lot of people picking up that. On the FX market has really been quiet. The market has been fairly stable and liquid enough. I think about $450 million has been traded in the last 2 days. I mean, market has really been stable, unlike what we saw in the aftermath of the elections, where we saw a huge inflow into the market that flowed in from the FX market and ultimately into the fixed income market. But that has really died down right now, and the market is really quiet on all fronts.
Ajibola, what are you hearing from offshore investors, whether into FX or fixed income space, about this? What is coming up with the Brexit, with the likely recession in the U.S. and this now the inverted yield curve in the U.S. Treasuries and all of that? Are they concerned? Are they worried about emerging and frontier markets like ours?
So the thing is, most of them still have an interest in our market. But a lot of them took positions at the time when yields were really high. Now yields are kind of slowed down. Not that it's still not attractive for them. It's still a very attractive market, but because we offer them double digits in terms of real return. So there's still a bit of interest in that market. It's just that right now, they'll rather wait and see what eventually happens in all the developed markets. I mean, it's still, again, like I mentioned, there's still a big interest in the Nigerian market because our yields are still very attractive. So a lot of them have taken positions in the immediate aftermath after election, after they saw that, it was more of the same. There was no rancor in terms of violence or any of those things, and oil prices have been really stable. I mean, if we see an increase in oil prices, that might jump at them again, that we might see a further rally again. But right now, they're still on the sideline. We still see trickles of them, but not as much as we have seen in the immediate aftermath of elections.
Ajibola Errol Phillips, the head of FX trading at FBN Quest Merchant Bank. Thank you very much. Do have a great day. Let's cross to the other side of our market state. Of course, that's Equities, where Temple Ashaju is live from the trading floor at the Nigerian Stock Exchange in Marina. Okay, Temple, let's wrap up the show over the next few minutes as far as the equities market is concerned. Come on the show, Temple. Great, it's nice to see you. So, we were talking a little bit about Access Bank earlier. I just checked with the NSC website, and the Access Bank is asking shareholders to fill in some form online so that they can get the new deal. How much about this do we have? So this should all be electronic. So you're talking about fintech literacy earlier. So it looks like the days of paper and all of that are gone, when about you informing your shareholders here and everywhere in the world has got to be online. So you got to do everything online and just push the button. Thank you.
Yes, Bosun. I mean, it's the days of paper is gradually going out of the market. These days, they don't have to print so much anymore. They don't have to do things analog anymore. These days, it's all digital. You trade online. You communicate with your investors, your clients online. Everything is basically online. Dividends payments is also online. The shares and cash settlements that has to be done in terms of the Axis Bank and Diamond mergers also it's going to be online right now, and that's what that information on the portal of the NSE is all about. The shareholders of Diamond Bank who are waiting for the cash settlement from Axis Bank should go get their form from United Securities, which is the registrar, to Diamond Bank, get the forms filled, make sure that your electronic dividends arrangement is done, linked directly to your account, whether savings or current accounts, so that you can get all of this dividend. And of course, you know that there is basically no time to get this done, because the timeline for Axis Bank's mergers with Diamond Bank is basically 1st of April. So that is something that a lot of investors really need to get hold of immediately before they lose out on this, of this scheme consideration. And if we look at what Axis Bank is really doing right now in the market, in early trades, it's up with some 3 million units plus of its shares traded so far, and it's up some 1.56%. I think it's even going to go higher, because the volume of transaction that we saw in this particular company yesterday and the amount of losses that it recorded yesterday has kind of left enough room for more investors to take advantage of this opportunity. They're keen to it before the 1st of April, which is the timeline that is going to be that will see the consummation of these whole deals between Axis and Diamond Bank Boson.
It looks like I just checked with the banking sector index. That's about 0.5% already in the green territory. The composite index is already about 0.1%. It looks like if you hold this steady, looks like it will be a great day with Dangote Flour and a few other companies on the ticker tape making some early gains. Zenith is leading the market about 2% as we speak within this early trade so far.
Exactly. Because again, the markets, entire segments of the market went down in the red territory yesterday. It leaves room for a lot of investors to come in, whether you're a retail investor or an institutional investor looking to, diversify your portfolio. There's a whole lot of room to come into. The consumer goods segment of the market has been down. The banking segment of the market has also been down. Of course, a lot of investors are still waiting for quite a number of earnings to come into the market, especially for the tier 2 names like FCMB, Fidelity Bank, Wema Bank. You see a lot of investors taking a bet on these names in the market, trying to put down more money, and once they see a bit of appreciation, they quickly edge out of the market. So that's what we're seeing. In the oil and gas space, Mobile, which is 11 PLC, now 11 PLC, has of course seen some 9% plus of losses in recent time. Yesterday was down 1.76%. And of course, you know that this is a company that is paying out a whopping 8 naira 25 kobo or thereabouts. Some investors are waiting for this particular dividend to be paid into their accounts, while some have seen a bit of appreciation on this particular company, and of course it gives them room to now quickly get out of the markets. Before the payment of that dividend, you see a bit more, some more investors, some more traders buying this particular company. So if we end up closing positive today, it's not surprising. It should be expected, because again, the losses would have bottomed out.
Yeah, Tempo, you stick around. We'll see you back in about 3.5 hours, about 2:30, closing bell today on that very special edition of the MPC live coverage. Tempo will be back at 2:30 on MPC Decision Day. Thank you very much, everyone. This is your Business Morning for today. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time. And Bosin Namafaye. Thank you. Have a good day.